Hello and warm welcome to join us with this edition of AIN in English News, and I'm Abdul Ahad Mohammadi. Lack of security in Afghanistan is still a major problem in many rural areas, and communities in conflict-affected regions remain highly vulnerable. The International Committee of the Red Cross said on Monday in its annual report. The ICRC said the proliferation of pro- and anti-government armed groups makes for a very unstable security environment. In addition, those blocked by checkpoints or sown with IEDs, as well as harassment and intimidation by the different warring parties, are part of the daily life of many Afghans living in villages. Afghanistan is facing a very uncertain future as the humanitarian needs still growing, the ICRC also warned. A total of 15 people were killed in an avalanche in northeastern Badakhshan province, officials said on Monday. A huge avalanche hit the village in Regi area of Argistan district Sunday night. Abdul Maruf Rasikh, spokesman for the provincial government, said police, with the support of locals, have rescued dozens of persons in the remote district, while at least 5 to 6 others are still missing. Rasikh added heavy snowfall covered northern and central parts of Afghanistan last week, while Kabul witnessed the snowfall on Saturday and Sunday. If the name of the Taliban Islamic Emirate is carved and its flag is wavered on the top somewhere in the world, it is actually the formal proclamation of the success of their war against international forces in Afghanistan, the militant group said on its website. They claim that U.S.-led alliance countries in Afghanistan were compelled to review their policies by looking into the military and political determination, unity, organization, and unshakable stance of the Taliban. The claims came at a time they had previously announced its plan to open a political office in Qatar to talk peace with Washington. Hizb Islami leader Gulbuddin Hekmatyar expressed his dismay over the result of contacts his group had with Washington and government of President Hamid Karzai to negotiate a peace settlement. We held talks with Kabul government as well as with the Americans on different occasions, but did not receive any clear, acceptable, and realistic plan from them worth mentioning, he told media, adding that any negotiations should pave the way for an agreed plan for the unconditional withdrawal of foreign forces. His comments came after presidential spokesman said last week that a delegation representing the group had met with President Karzai. Pakistan has made overtures to Afghanistan to resume talks over the Taliban, which broke down following the assassination of Kabul's chief peace envoy, an official said Sunday. After Pakistan expressed readiness, the Afghan government has also agreed to resume the talks with Pakistan over the Taliban. Ismail Qasimyar, a senior member of the High Peace Council, said relations between the neighbors are often tense, and Kabul has accused Pakistan in the past of supporting the Taliban and associated militant groups. Pakistan's support is therefore seen as key to forging peace in the country. The leader of the Pakistani Taliban is believed to have been killed by a U.S. drone strike. 4 Pakistan intelligence officials told Reuters on Sunday. The officials said they intercepted wireless radio chatter between Taliban fighters detailing how Hakimullah Masood was killed while traveling in a convoy to a meeting in the North Waziristan tribal region near the Afghan border. The Pakistani Taliban issued a denial. U.S. officials, speaking on condition of anonymity, could not confirm his death. If Hakimullah did die, it could ease pressure on Pakistan's security forces. In another development in Pakistan, Pakistan's Supreme Court has issued a contempt order against Prime Minister Yusuf Raza Gilani, raising the prospect of his prosecution. The court has been considering what to do about the government's refusal to reopen corruption cases against the president and other political figures. Mr. Gilani has been ordered to appear in person at the court on 19 January. It comes on a day of several crucial challenges for the government amid ongoing tensions with the army. Mr. Gilani can continue as Prime Minister while court proceedings take place. At least 8 people have been killed and 6 others injured in a car bomb explosion near Iraq's main northern city of Mosul, according to officials. The bomb on Monday morning targeted an internally displaced people camp for a small minority group in the town of Bartala, officials said. Monday's violence came a day after fighters mounted a wave of attacks in the western city of Ramadi before laying siege to a police compound, raising doubts about security forces' capabilities after U.S. forces completed their withdrawal last month. The attack left 7 policemen dead and 16 wounded. 3 parties won entry to Kazakhstan's parliament. Election results show on Monday a small concession to democracy by President Nursultan Nazarbayev after deadly clashes in a mutinous oil town shook the Central Asian state's image of stability. Nur Otan, the ruling party of the long-serving leader, won a landslide victory as is expected, with about 81% of the vote in Sunday's election. 2 other parties, broadly sympathetic to the government, got more than 7% threshold to enter parliament, though that threshold had been suspended for this election. And that's all for now. Thanks for being with us.